Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today I want to do something a little bit new, and I'm very inspired by art by Anika. I don't know how to pronounce her name correctly, but I will link her into my description box, and please have a look because this is an awesome idea. And yeah, fingers crossed that it's gonna work with me too. So I've here my empty cup. I already prepared my resin, which is in my mold. I'm using here the M size Oriental mold from MoldsandShapes because it's perfect for a bloom, for a 3D bloom. And actually what Nyanika, I think her name is like this, she does dirty pour as a 3D bloom. So I mixed my first color here, and it's white. She's using ivory, which is a little bit an offset white tone. It's not as hard, but I don't have it right now, and it's for me a first try. And I'm using here the pigment drops from Etter Art in white. So what she does, she pours the white into a cup. She's using a smaller cup than I do now, so I don't know if this is gonna affect the pour, but I will see. As a second color, she used a Mica brown, I think, and I've mixed the Storm Cloud. I think it's called Storm Cloud from Petra Jongbloed, and it's a bluish goldenish mica Storm Cloud. So, and I pour it into the center. It's similar to my dirty pour, which I'm doing with the deep molds, but this time it's for 3D bloom. And I have here my gold, and it's the, let me have a look. It's the Royal gold from Petra Jongbloed. It's here. My jar is a little bit dirty, but it's a more darker gold tone. So I'm very curious about how these colors match to each other. So I'm pouring also some into my cup. I guess this will be fine. So I don't have ratios, or I didn't look for ratios. I just mixed the colors how I felt. Now I'm using the cloud blue again, or the storm cloud. That's the correct name. Just a bit. And again, the white on top. So. Just let it drip out a little bit, and then I need to see that I find a thin stick. So I have this stick here, and I'm just mixing this a little bit, not too much. So. And now I'm gonna pour this in a spiral into my mold, and I don't want to work with glitter or anything, so like always I'm starting in the center like I would do my 3D bloom. And I'm quite nervous about this because this, of course, it's a different technique. The spiral is not new, but yeah, let's wait and see if I can achieve a nice pattern, nice color blending with this dirty pour. So I'm very curious. Just taking my time pouring my spiral. And for now, I really love the colors. And I just make sure that I go into those bows a little bit of the Oriental mold. By the way, this mold is from Molds and Shapes. I will link Molds and Shapes into my description box like always. And there's a promo code PT5 if you're interested for 5% discount. So the outer petals are a little bit thin. I still have a little bit of white. Shall I pour just a little bit more, or shall I just leave it? I think I will just leave it. Sometimes when you are fiddling and doing things too much, it's not good. So less is more. And I'm hoping that, you know, that the resin will spread very nicely and that I have or can achieve a nice bloom. Or shall I still have a little bit of white left. Maybe I just, because I love to have white petals outside, I'm using the white I have just to make this line a little bit thicker. I think this won't do any harm. So of course, you know, you can always play around with the resin you still have in your cups. And that's why I'm doing the white now. So there's a little bit more of the white. You see the resin is getting rather thick. Don't know if I mentioned, I'm using the Mastercast resin. It's a high viscosity resin. And yeah, it's normally very perfect for a bloom, for a 3D bloom. So, and now I'm gonna draw my petals. And what am I gonna do? I think where these little bows are, from there I will pull my stick to the center like so. Also here I always take my time. I'm never rushing, you know. With the Mastercast resin you have round about 40 minutes working time, so you can easily mix your colors. You can yeah, think about your design, what you want to do. I think there's plenty of time. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make a back layer. What I certainly want to do is I want to pull my stick to those long tips. I'm sometimes not a fan of this design. It depends on the mold. So, but I think with this mold it will look awesome. So also here I'm just taking my time. And it's starting to bloom in a very delicate way, so I'm quite curious about this. I think it's a beautiful idea, making a dirty pour, so you have really beautiful color blendings. Well, at least from her video, I could see it and it looked very, very nice. So let me just use the torch and my mold is rather full, so like I said, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a back layer. Maybe I will paint later on the edges a little bit. And as you know me, I always like the negative space with the clear resin also. And of course, I love my swirl. And this is what I'm gonna do here as well. A delicate swirl in the center. But this, of course, is up to everyone, you know, what they prefer, but this looks really very, very delicate. So yeah, I think I'm gonna take you down for a close-up maybe in half an hour to see what did the bloom do. Do I get blobs? Don't I get blobs? And yeah, how it's looking. Okay, see you then. I had another idea because I still have my gold left. And you know, I'm always making, or a lot of the times making a rim around. And because I don't have too much space anymore in my mold, I thought I just use it. I'm not wasting this. And I will just pour my gold so it can hopefully float over my flower. So it's a little bit risky doing this, but it might give it a nice finishing. So we will see. Because this is floating gold, and it should normally make a beautiful design. So that's it. And I'm using my stick just to follow a little bit this design which I created. You know, this is so wonderful about art. It doesn't matter what art, you can always decide to do something a tiny incy bit different. So I'm not always a fan of the black back layer, that's why I'm doing this. But again, it's up to everyone, you know, themselves. So I'm hoping that the gold will still work, will find its way a little bit over the edge from the flower. And yeah, we will see each other for the great demolding. So you can see that the resin really did its work, and it's blooming very beautiful, well, from the side. So I'm really curious how it's gonna look on the other side. And the gold at the edge is also working, so I hope it will still work for a while. So I have a nice edging with this dirty pour, but look at the sheen. And yeah, it's a wonderful technique, and you don't have such a, that's what I'm supposing, such strict lines with your colors. You have a really nice blending. So you can also see that I used white for my outer edge to emphasize it a little bit more. And yeah, we will see what will be the outcome, but so far I'm quite positive. So, time for demolding. I'm very curious. It's still bendy, I need to admit, but I'm very, very curious, and I cannot wait till tomorrow. You see, I can demold it. It's the Mastercast, and yeah. Yeah. It's when you are sometimes impatient, but let's have a look. And it worked. It's very beautiful. Look at this. Look at these petals. And this is a dirty pour. Okay, I did this bagging because this is what I like, you know, to have like a golden bagging. But for the rest, I don't know where my storm cloud is gone. I mixed it rather thin. I mean, you can see hints of the blue, and you can see hints of the gold in the pattern. But yeah, I'm very, very happy with the outcome. I hope you can see it. Okay, if I would have made a black back layer, you would probably see even more, but I'm not always a fan of the black back layers, but it's always a matter of preferences. So yeah, I'm quite happy, and I'm sure I will do this again. And thank you for the inspiration. Now I need to think about it again, what her name is. Art of Nyanika or similar. So I'm sorry if I don't pronounce your name proper, but yeah, thank you so much for the inspiration. And guys, I will make a close-up, an end video. And yeah, again, I'm doubting if I should make a thin edge in gold or if I should just leave it. But now I see the storm cloud. It became more grayish, and it's really beautiful. I love it. Okay, we see each other for the next video. I thank you for watching. Bye bye.